Hello everybody, my name's Liz, I'm the baker that sews. Welcome to my channel if you're new and welcome back if you are a subscriber. So today's video is going to be a comparison of 3 sewing subscription boxes that I have subscribed to over the last couple of months. I thought it'd be really interesting and useful to do a comparison of the 3 in one video. So I've done an unboxing of the Fabric Godmother Dream wardrobe. I always do my Sew Hayley Jane unboxing, but then a couple of months ago I subscribed as a one-off to the Guthrie and Ghani Sewing Society box. So I thought I would just compare the 3 in one video in case anybody has been wondering which one they would like to go for. Before I start diving into the different subscriptions, I'll let you know what I'm wearing. I am wearing the LED dress, which is a closet core pattern. I've got the pattern here for you. So you can make the shorter version or you can make the longer version. And it comes in actually 3 different versions on the back. So you've got view A, which is the mini skirt. And then you've got view B, which is the midi skirt. And then you've got the next view, which is the maxi. So I went for the midi, and it's made in this fabulous fabric that I got from Rainbow Fabrics. I just love all the colours. It's got these amazing sleeves, which I absolutely love. There we go. And then you've got this tie detail, and it is a wrap dress, but it's quite a high wrap, so I really like that. And I'll put pictures in of me wearing it so you can see what it actually looks like on. So the 3 subscriptions that I thought I would compare for you today is the Sew Hayley Jane sewing boxes, the Guthrie and Ghani Sewing Society boxes, and then the Fabric Godmother Dream wardrobe subscription box. So I have subscribed to all 3 at different points. I'm a regular subscriber to the Sew Hayley Jane boxes and I absolutely love them. I love receiving them in the post. So from watching my unboxing, you'll know that I'm a massive fan, and I'll talk about why in a second. The other one that I subscribe to is a one-off, and you sign up each month. It's not like a regular commitment. You don't have to worry about cancelling your subscription or anything like that. It's the Guthrie and Ghani Sewing Society boxes. And then the final one is the Fabric Godmother Dream wardrobe. So if I take each one, and then at the end I'll summarise which ones I prefer and why. So I'll start with the Sewing Society because I've got it in my hand. You have to sign up to Guthrie and Ghani's newsletter that gets sent out, and I think it's the first Wednesday of each month. If I'm wrong, I'll put a little card in that details if I'm wrong. I think it's the first Wednesday of every month. You get an email. There's normally 2 boxes for you to choose from, and they are always varied in price. It just depends on what the pattern is and all the notions and things that go with it. What I absolutely love about them is you get everything included in the box that you would need to make your project. So the idea is you get a pattern, you get the fabric that you need, you get all the notions and bits that you would need as well, but you also get some supportive videos and tutorials from Lauren and the team guiding you through how to make it. So the one that I went for was a good couple of months ago, and it has still sat in my box, I'm afraid. I don't know why, I just haven't got round to sewing it up. And like I said, the price is varied, so I can't give you like it's going to cost you this amount each month. Included in the email, it will always tell you what the price is. So they've had various different things like skirts and tops. I think there was a coat pattern included. There was a maxi dress included. And I really like it because you get the pattern. You also get included all the little bits that you would need to go with it. So for this pattern, I needed the zip. You get the machine needles that you need, which I think is a fantastic thing to include. Let me see what else. And then you also get any buttons and things that you need too. And then you also get a really amazing little label that says made by me with the Guthrie and Ghani Sewing Society, which I just absolutely love. You get a little card which says make to measure from Guthrie and Ghani, and then you also get the fabric. I'm just going to pop these back so I don't lose them. Oh, and you also get the thread included, and it's a Guttman thread, which I love. It's high quality. And then you also get the interfacing, so anything that you need to make up the pattern you get included in the box, which I think is just a brilliant idea, because then you don't have to go and source all the different bits that you need. So the pattern that I went for was a closet core pattern, and it's the Fior skirt, which is this one. So you can make different versions. There's view A, which is this short skirt. View B is like a wrap, which I'm really interested to make. And then view C has got the buttons down the front and then these gorgeous pockets. So the version that I want to make is this one, but regardless of which version you want, you always get everything to make all the different types of versions for the pattern, which I absolutely love. I think that's fantastic. This pattern size is 0 to 20. You also get the interfacing included, which is great. It's a lightweight interfacing, so again, you don't have to worry about sourcing all the bits that you need to make the you don't have to worry about sourcing all the bits like the interfacing. They've done the hard work for you, and then you get enough fabric to make the pattern up. It's just got a bit of thread on there, which is amazing. In the email, it tells you what fabric you're going to get, and there's always a choice of different colorways. So I've gone for the navy colorway, and I think it's a viscose linen. It's got a really nice texture to it. For whatever reason, I haven't got around to sewing it yet, but I'm definitely going to give it a try. And what I really like is the fact that you get everything included. I've said that about a million times in this video already, but I do think it's a strength of the sewing subscription. So regardless of the pattern that you get all the notions and everything that you would need. So as soon as it arrives, you can just dive straight in and get sewing, which is amazing. So I need to pre-wash my fabric. There's always a range of skill level included as well. So this pattern is an easy pattern, so it's for beginners. It's it's 1 out of 5 rating by Closet Core. So I don't know why I haven't got round to sewing it up. It's a chic high-waisted A-line skirt with just the right amount of flare and volume, and it's a beginner-friendly pattern. So overall, I think it's a fantastic idea by Guthrie and Ghani. In the email, you get all the information that you need that tells you the pattern, the sizes it goes up to. There's different choices for fabric. There's only not a huge range of choices in fabric, but there's normally at least 2 options and 2 different colorways for you. In the email, there's always 2 patterns to choose from, and they're always different skill level and also different price range, which I think is also brilliant. So you really get an idea of what you're getting before the box arrives in the post. So in terms of signing up to something, if you don't like the element of surprise and you want to know exactly what you're getting in your box before it comes, I would say the Guthrie and Ghani Sewing Society sewing box would suit you perfectly. Word of warning, they're always really popular, and I think the email comes out around midday. So if, like me, there's no way I can get to my phone midday because I'm so busy during the day teaching, yeah, it can be a bit tricky and sometimes it can be a bit frustrating, but you know, it's a fair way for them to do it. So they do sell out quite quickly, so that's my only word of warning. But there's lots of things that I really like about it, and I think if there's another pattern that jumps out at me that I don't have in my stash that I've always been tempted by, I would definitely go and order it again. I really like the support side of things that you get from that as well, which is great if you're a beginner but you want to try something that's a little bit more challenging. You will have those video tutorials and the guidance alongside you getting that box, which is amazing. And it's also a really good way of introducing you to new patterns and new fabrics without that element of the unknown, which is amazing. So I would highly recommend the Guthrie and Ghani sewing subscription boxes. So the next one to talk about, I guess, is the Sew Hayley Jane box, which I am subscribed to, and I do unboxings every month. So if you're unsure about that, do go back and watch my unboxings. So the Sew Hayley Jane boxes, what I really like about them is the 3 different levels. So you've got the mini box, which is £20 a month, and within that you get a metre of fabric, 3 fat quarters, and then some sewing notions and some goodies. Then you've got the classic box, which is £35 a month. You get 2.5 metres of fabric, 4 fat quarters, some sewing goodies, sweet treats, which you also get in the mini box, and like Gushman thread and all the different notions and things. And then you've got the luxury box, which is £65 a month, but you get 3.5 metres of fabric. You also get a sewing pattern included, 5 fat quarters, a sweet treat, some goodies, and also all the notions and thread that you need to go with the fabric that you've got. And what I really like is the thread always matches the fabric that you've got in your box. There is an element of surprise, which I really like. I like the unknown, and that sort of pushes me out of my comfort zone, because I have received fabrics before where I've had to really think, how can I see this fitting in my wardrobe? What would I turn the fabric into, which would mean that I would wear it lots and lots. So I really enjoy that element of surprise. If you don't like that and you want to know what fabric you're getting and what pattern you're getting, etc., then I would suggest the Guthrie and Ghani sewing boxes, because you know exactly what you're getting. If you like that element of surprise, then I would definitely recommend the Sew Hayley Jane boxes. I absolutely love getting my box each month. It feels like a lovely little treat and a little gift. You get a magazine each month, which I absolutely love. So in this is just loads of sewing inspiration. There's always lots of people included. There's the 3 boxes, 3 outfits feature, which I absolutely love. So if you do get a fabric that you're a bit, I'm not really sure what to do with that, it's really great that you can hold out on that fabric and see what Laura, Gemma and Esther turn their fabrics into, because they always give you some fantastic ideas. And they always choose totally different things, which is amazing. There's a feature in here by the Fold line as well. Let me find it, where they do pattern picks, and that's a really great way of finding new patterns too. Hayley always gives you her little links, which I always find really interesting, because quite often there's things to watch, and I love suggestions of things to watch as well, which is great, and podcasts and things. And then the other thing that I really like is you're always introduced to new independent businesses. So the last month's box was Samantha Claridge, and she designed a little magnetic pin holder. And I just love that element of the boxes. I love that Hayley works with lots of other independent businesses, and she just gives them a shout out and really supports and celebrates them. So I really love that aspect. And also with the magazine, there's a real community feeling of getting to know other people in the sewing world, which I absolutely adore doing anyway. I think it's been fantastic. I love that over on Instagram, getting to know other sewists and getting to make new friends too. So I do love that part of the box as well. I love that you get matching thread, because I find that a bit tricky sometimes, especially with us not being able to go into the shops at the moment and matching the thread to the fabric. I love that you get a sweet treat. Sometimes it's chocolate, sometimes it's sweets. We've had cookies and biscuits before, which is exciting. Chocolate always gets grabbed by my children because I don't eat chocolate, but the sweets are always a really nice treat to have when you're sewing along. So I would recommend them. I really love that you can choose from the 3 different subscriptions. I haven't ever subscribed to the luxury or the mini. And the reason I haven't subscribed to the mini is because you only get a metre of fabric. And for me, I think I would struggle with what to make with just a metre of fabric. I love the classic because you get 2.5 metres, which is always usually just enough for me to squeeze something out of. Or sometimes get trousers and a top, or skirt and a top. Although I don't sew that many skirts actually. The luxury always looks amazing. I always love watching Hayley when she reveals what the luxury box looks like. The fabrics are always beautiful. But what sort of is holding me back from ordering the luxury box is the fact that you get a pattern. And I've already mentioned that when I did my review of the Dream wardrobe. You get a pattern included in the luxury box, and I just think I'm not sure how many patterns I would like to keep receiving. I think I would feel the pressure to sew those up as much as possible. And also I have a lot of patterns, and I would worry about getting the same pattern as well, because I've got quite a lot in my stash already. So that takes me on to the Fabric Godmother Dream wardrobe box, which is £59 a month. Oh, I should say as well, actually, for the Sew Hayley Jane boxes, you can pause your subscription and you can cancel at any point. So although it's monthly, you're not like tied into a certain amount of months that you have to subscribe for. So you can cancel it at any point or pause it. Moving on to the Fabric Godmother Dream wardrobe subscription. I think this is quite a relatively new sort of subscription service that Josie's put together. I heard about it last month and I loved what Josie was talking about for last month's box, so it made me quite tempted to try it this month. In it you get some sewing related gifts. You get at least 2 pieces of fabric. You also get a pattern, and then you get some information about the fabric that you've got, information about the pattern, ideas for notions, and then also ideas for pattern hacking, which is amazing. So it's really good value for £59. So on to the subscription. So it's called Dream Wardrobe, and you get some information about the box included. So I'll go on to that in a second. It's £59, and it is a carefully curated box of dressmaking goodies. That is how they describe it on their website. You get a pattern, you get some fabric, and in my box, I didn't realise, I thought you only got 1 piece of fabric, but you actually get 2. Now, I'm not sure if that's every month, but I think you do get more than 1 piece of fabric. And then you get some sewing related gifts, and then you also get some hints and tips and a fabric guide. And that's what this is, your hints and tips and fabric guide. The fabric that's included in the box doesn't necessarily have to go with the pattern that you get included. There's no minimum sign up. You can cancel or pause your subscription whenever you want. You need to make sure that you're signed up by the 7th of the month, and then the payment goes out on the 8th, and then 2 weeks later you get your box. Now, there's an FAQ on their website, and one of the frequently asked questions is what level sewist would it recommend, and Josie has written that she would recommend that you've sewn a couple of things up, but the pattern that is included is sometimes beginner friendly and sometimes intermediate friendly. The boxes go up to a UK size 20, so I guess that's the pattern that's included. And I've already said about the cut-off date. So let's get on to what is included in this month's pattern is the Friday Pattern Company Sagebrush Top, which is a pattern I've already got and I absolutely adore it. I've seen so many beautiful versions on Instagram. I've made quite a few versions of it now, and it's such a fun pattern. So that's the pattern. You do get 2 sheets of A4 printed with information about your box, and then it's got information about the fabrics, information about the pattern, and then pattern hacking ideas, what your notions are that are required. Now, the notions for the pattern are not included in the box, but they recommend getting them from their website, but also telling you what you actually need. And then you also get information about what your gifts are. And then also information about a hashtag for following other people that get the Dream Wardrobe subscription. So on to what's included. You get a little postcard. It's a nice festive postcard, a reindeer with the sewing machine. And that's just got Fabric Godmother on the back, so I'll pop that on my wall, I think. Then I've also got a little bag that's got the sewing gift in. So let's have a look at what you get. You get some, wow, these are pretty. Some beautiful sparkly buttons. Can you see those? It's great. Love those. Then you also get some labels by Kylie in the Machine that say bespoke on there. So let me see if I can open that up to show you what they look like. They're really cute. So it's just a label that says bespoke and then Kylie in the Machine on the back. And you get 8 labels, which is a really lovely thing to have. So I've got a little basket where I keep all my labels because I've got quite a collection now. So those are the 2 gifts that you get. And then we've got some fabric. So let's have a look. Now, does it say in here? Yes, it does say. The fabric. So the first fabric is a bright floral cotton poplin, which will make the most of the sleeves of the Friday pattern sagebrush. And I think this would make a really fun sagebrush top actually. So if I hold that up, it is really lovely. So it has got a little bit of drape, not a huge amount because it's a cotton poplin, but actually it feels more like a cotton lawn. It's got like this soft sort of feel to it. And then the second fabric is a luxe washed satin, which is beautiful. It's got such a lovely softness to it. And this is like a navy colourway. So it's going to be really difficult to show on camera. You can see the sheen actually. This is a beautiful, beautiful fabric. Let me hold it up so you can see. It's got a beautiful amount of drape. I think you get about 2 meters of that one. So you get quite a lot of fabric actually, and a pattern included for the amount of money for the subscription box. So the fabric that I got in my box was 3 meters of a cotton poplin, which felt like a cotton lawn actually. It was really, really lovely, high quality. And then you also got 2 meters of a satin fabric. So the element of being introduced to a new fabric, it's not a fabric, the satin is not a fabric that I would have necessarily gone out and bought. Again, there's that element of surprise, and also the element of surprise not just with the fabric but also with the pattern. Which I was quite intrigued about. If you get a pattern in the box that you've already got, you can email Josie and then she will credit your Fabric Godmother account with the value of that pattern. You send the pattern back to them and then you can choose a different pattern for the same value, which I think is a really good feature because this month's pattern was the Friday Pattern Company Sagebrush Top and I've already got it. I've sewn it quite a few times. So I've just emailed the Fabric Godmother and then that means that I'll be able to buy a different pattern instead. So it doesn't matter if you do get a pattern that you've already got in your stash. So if you like the element of surprise, you like getting fabric that you don't know about, and you also like getting a pattern that you're not, you don't know what it's going to be, then I would definitely say go for this. It is a subscription box that I'm probably not going to keep myself committed to each month. And again, sort of similar to the Sew Hayley Jane, it's the element of the box where you get a pattern, which I'm not 100% keen on. For lots of people, I think, they'll love that because it's opening your eyes to different pattern companies and you might get a pattern that you don't have in your stash. I've got quite a lot of patterns. So from that point of view, I don't think I'll keep committed to it each month. I love the fact that you get 2 different fabrics, which is lovely. Something else that I wish was included is a matching thread. There isn't a matching thread included for the fabrics, and that might be because you get 2 fabrics. I'm not sure, but I am going to email Fabric Godmother and just suggest that that's included. The fabrics, not the fabrics, the sewing gifts that I got was some labels, Kylie and the Machine labels, and also some buttons, and they're a really cute sewing gift. But within the guidance for the Dream wardrobe, it also tells you what notions you need to go with the pattern, and that's one thing that I absolutely love about the Guthrie and Ghani Sewing Society boxes, is you get everything included that you need. So for the Friday Pattern Company Sagebrush, you need some elastic, and then you also need some thread, matching thread for the fabric. So I'll have to go out and buy that matching thread and also go and get the elastic. So even though I've got the fabric and the pattern, I wouldn't necessarily be able to get started sewing it straight away because I need to go and get the elastic and the thread that matches. So I think that's just one thing that could perhaps be included in this box. Overall, I'm really happy. I've got 2 beautiful fabrics in my stash, but like I said, it's not something that I'm going to keep myself committed to each month. It's £59 a month. You have to sign up by the 7th. Payment gets taken on the 8th of the month, and then 2 weeks later you receive your box. So it is exciting to receive another box in the post and a little sewing gift. Yeah, and I've really enjoyed unboxing it and receiving fabrics that were, you know, new to me this month. So it was really exciting receiving some new fabric in the post. I love receiving fabric anyway. But if you don't like that element of surprise of not knowing what the fabric is and you're worried that it's not going to suit you, then I would again recommend the Guthrie and Ghani Sewing Society boxes, just because you know exactly what you're getting. If you like the element of surprise and you also want to be pushed out of your comfort zone, then this would definitely be a box for you. So that is a roundup of my own thoughts to do with the 3 different sewing subscription boxes. I've enjoyed receiving all 3, but you know, there's one box that I have been subscribed to for a really long time, and I think I'll continue to be subscribed, and that is the Sew Hayley Jane boxes. The other 2 I think I'll dip in and out of. What I do really like about the Guthrie and Ghani Sewing Society boxes is you know exactly what you're getting. The Fabric Godmother boxes, I really like that you get some sewing gifts. It really feels like it's a present to you. I do love the idea of getting a pattern. I just worry because I've got quite a lot of patterns already, and the fabrics are just really good quality, as you would expect from Fabric Godmother anyway. So I hope you found that interesting, listening to my sort of thoughts and opinions, I guess, of the different boxes. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and then click on the bell notifications, because then you'll get told when my next video is out. My next video will probably be a roundup of what I have sewn this month, or November. Hope whatever you're up to, you are enjoying yourself and you're keeping safe, and I'll be back soon with another video. Take care. Bye.